Hey guys, this is Kieran here and welcome back to another Airsoft video. Today is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about how you can fix bolt overtravel in the Tokyo Marui M4A1 MWS system. Now, bolt overtravel is a pretty common issue with these airsoft guns. This is not an issue if you are inside of Japan, but if you are outside of Japan, then this becomes an issue. And what bolt overtravel is, basically the bolt assembly will travel too far into the buffer tube and smash the top of this lower receiver. And this occurs because when you're using green gas, these airsoft guns are not designed to run on green gas. These airsoft guns in Japan, they use duster gas. Nobody uses green gas. So what happens is when people come to the US and you want to use propane, green gas, things like that, that's a higher pressure and therefore there's a chance that this will travel further back and will damage this lower receiver because of a screw on top of the bolt. But thankfully, there's multiple things you could do. This is the easiest. It's just to buy lower pressure gas. So right here I have two different kinds. This is Puff Dyno for ABS model, Japanese model ABS slides, and this is kind of for like high kappas, plastic slides, things like that, where you don't want to use full power green gas because that will break the plastic slide on a high kappa. Puff Dyno also makes light power green gas. These are both 9 series gas, I don't know. So they're pretty similar. So I did reach out to Puff Dyno directly to ask him exactly what the difference between these two gases were. But unfortunately I never received an answer. But I think it's pretty much safe to say that they are the same gas. Go ahead and buy whatever is the cheapest for you and whatever's more available to you. But you can safely use this without making any modifications. Let's talk about the solution to this. This is a US $quarter, 25-cent coin, and these will actually fit perfectly into the buffer. So if you're in the United States or a country that uses US currency, then these will be abundant, and you can basically just slide 2 of them into the buffer to give a little bit more space at the back. That's the second solution. Now, in addition to doing this, you can also buy kits online. I forgot who makes them. I think a few different companies make buffer tube spacers. Now, I don't think that's totally necessary. I think they're made of rubber or plastic. I don't even know. You don't need to do all that when you can do it for 50 cents. And this I heard from a Reddit user. I will be, putting that on the username right now on screen. So to remove the buffer spring, basically there's going to be a little pin right here. Just push this pin down, guide the spring out. Okay, so now in here you can see there's some coins. So there's 2 in here, but one of them is stuck at the back. So I'm just gonna, but yeah, there's 2 coins. There's 2 50 cents worth of coins in the back. So the problem occurs when this bolt is being pushed back. So right there. Do you see at the top? Right at the top, let me see if I have a pen to point at that easier. Right up here. The screw kind of sticks out. It sticks out quite a bit. So without, these coins in here, so okay, there's still one more quarter in here, but I'll just do this to illustrate my point. This has the chance to go way too far back. I mean, that's pretty far inside there, and this will slam into that at high speed and may damage this over time, and you don't want that. So by sticking a few coins in there, I do 50 cents worth again. Some people do 75 cents worth, but I'll show you why I don't do 75 cents worth. Once you stick it in there, you can just push the spring back in, and these coins won't rattle, by the way. There'll be no rattling, nothing like that, because they're being held down by the spring tension, so you don't have to worry about rattling and stuff like that. So right now I have 75 cents worth. This is not what I usually put in, but I'm just doing this to illustrate why I don't like to go above 50 cents. Alright, so right now that's 3 quarters in there. So that's quite a bit of buffer tube space, but you'll see when I pull this back, it still locks back, so it's not that short stroked, But to release this now, to release the bolt, it's pretty hard. I mean, you can see my fingers turning white from applying so much pressure. That's pretty tough. And it's not, it gets caught because it's so short stroked. It's not good for the mechanism to do that. And when you hold this down at the bottom and pull this back, it's also extremely difficult to lock it back. And sometimes it won't even lock back. So it's just not really good for the mechanism, and I wouldn't recommend putting more than 2 coins in there. Let's take out one of these coins. Okay, so now there's only 50 cents worth. Alright, so now holding this down immediately locks back, and releasing it, it's a breeze. And you can see that is a lot easier to operate. So I'd recommend just 50 cents worth. And if you want a short stroke this, you can add a lot more in there. So you can add $1 worth of coins, or even more than that. And that way, it definitely, I think once you reach 4 quarters in there, it will stop locking back. But your cycling rate will increase significantly. Yeah, so I would, if you can either buy this sort of low pressure gas, or you can put 50 cents worth of quarters in the back, and that will also fix the problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. MWS systems are great if you're thinking of picking one up. And if this video helped you guys out, leave a like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.